GameNashville.com. We are
ESPN
102.5 The Game. Live from the Game Nashville studios, it's time for Darren, Daunic, and Chase. With hosts Darren McFarland, Willie Daunic, and Chase McCabe. On Nashville's best sports talk.
ESPN
102.5 The Game.
And hello again, everybody. Welcome into ESPN 102.5 The Game. Darren, Daunic, and Chase on this rainy Friday morning. Chase McCabe, Darren McFarland here at Newton Nissan in Gallatin. And we will tell you all about why we are here today. Willie Daunic, of course, is in Chicago as the Predators will take on the Blackhawks a little bit later on this evening. Hope you're having a good start to your day so far, and what a night it was for the Nashville Predators last night at Bridgestone Arena as COVID hits them. COVID hits the Colorado Avalanche, but it was the Nashville Predators getting the victory in that game last night, and it was a gutsy performance for sure. But they win 5-2 at Bridgestone Arena to improve to 17-10-1. On the season. Philip Forsberg, Tanner Jeannot scoring early. Forsberg with a couple of goals last night, but Jeannot playing with Sissons and Forsberg on that top line, and they looked every bit of a top line last night. Colton Sissons really stepping up, having a heck of a night, assisting 3 times. Roman Josi adding a goal. Matthias Ekholm with the empty netter for his first of the year. Roman Josi has 10 goals on the season already. Like, just Josi doing Josi things, as Hal Gill likes to say. But just a good performance from them. A lot of call-ups. Didn't have the coaching staff at all. You had Carl Taylor making his NHL debut, usually the head coach of the Milwaukee Admirals, so he gets a W in his debut on the bench, which was really cool to see, because if you've followed the Admirals and Carl Taylor at all, you'll know that he's a very talented coach, and he's going to be on an NHL bench very, very soon. I had the opportunity to talk to him at training camp this year and was very impressed. And he and John Hines are very much in sync on things. And so I think that's why last night seemed so seamless, because a lot of the systems that Carl Taylor runs with his team in Milwaukee, they're also running with the Nashville Predators, which is obviously how John Hines wants it. So it's a very seamless transition. So we'll talk more about that coming up a little later on in the show. We're going to talk to Robbie Stanley here in just a few minutes more about that. We're going to go back to Jacksonville. Tony Smith joined us last week, of course, talking about Urban Meyer and the Jags as the Titans were getting ready to play the Jags. But now that Urban Meyer is gone, Tony Smith didn't hold back on Urban Meyer. So we're going to check back in with him and see what the backlash is like. And then Jim Colony from 93.7 The Fan up in Pittsburgh will preview the Titans' opponent this Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers, as we get you ready for that. Plus, you just made the list and pick 6, like always. So, as I mentioned, we are at Newton Motor Group today, Newton Nissan, for Souls for Music City. We've partnered up with Souls for Souls to help children in Middle Tennessee with Souls for Music City. And Souls for Souls works with our schools and community partners to deliver new shoes to kids who need them the most. So Newton Motor Group will be making a donation to Souls for every test drive at any of their locations, and you can help us achieve our goal of getting shoes to 100 kids in Nashville experiencing homelessness. So for more information and to donate, go to thegamenashville.com/shoes. We'll be telling you about that all day as we go along. And Darren, when it rains in Nashville, it
pours.
It pours, and you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
You could leave your house at 6 a.m. and you never know what's going to happen.
What a yucky day!
It is. It was.
Boo.
I couldn't see.
It's Friday. Boo.
It was.
This feels like a Monday.
It does kind of feel like a Monday.
It is just flat out crap out there. I'm putting the weather on the list.
You're starting early.
Oh, wait a minute. That's at noon.
You're starting early.
Yeah. I mean, There's a lot of good going on. I mean, you got the Titans, Steelers in Pittsburgh on Sunday. The Predators come off a huge win last night. They're Tennessee, Memphis at Bridgestone Arena.
It's going to be fun.
Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. There's a lot to be pumped about, and then you walk outside and it's like, ugh. Gross. So we back to a bye week? Ugh.
No.
We back to the Preds being shut down, postponed, bye week, Titans. I mean, that's what it feels like. But no, that's not the case. But we will have you just made the list at noon. What a win last night.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
I haven't seen you in forever, man. It is good to see you again.
It's been a minute.
It really is.
Gutsy win. I mean, I put it that way just because of what was stacked against them. But the thing is, like, if you really take a step back, the guys that got called up from Milwaukee, as we talked about on pregame, they have NHL experience. I mean, it's not like Rocco Grimaldi is –
you're saying he's been in the league?
He's been around.
Yeah, he scored 4 goals in one game.
He did. He's done that.
In an NHL game.
Yes, he has. And, Cody Glass, albeit not a lot of time with the Predators, he's got NHL experience. So it wasn't like they were playing with a bunch of first-timers. Now, they had a first-time NHL head coach, but you wouldn't know it if you watched the game. And, I know that Colorado was faced with a lot of the same things. They had lost a couple players, including their goaltender, Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, like right before the game.
And Cale Makar, who's pretty darn good.
So let's talk about that because we talked about what Elliott tweeted out in postgame. If people have not heard, Elliott Friedman, who joins us every Thursday at 1 o'clock, and we had a great discussion with him yesterday, he tweeted out that Colorado was given the opportunity to bag out of the game.
Yeah.
And I said to you in postgame, I said, look, I don't have any information on this. But my guess is, because we both looked at each other when we looked at that tweet from Elliott, and we're like, wow. Because Colorado, actually they were one short, they were a skater short than Nashville. What's going on?
Well, there's big news in the Predators division that I just saw from Elliott. Paul Maurice has resigned as the head coach of the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh.
So they've released a statement. The Winnipeg Jets announced today that head coach Paul Maurice has decided to resign from his position as head coach of the hockey club. Effective immediately, his resignation has been accepted by the team. Dave Lowry has agreed to assume the head coaching duties on an interim basis. Paul Maurice will be available to the media at 10 o'clock. General manager Kevin Cheveldayoff will speak afterwards. Lowry will also speak, but
Elliott, did you read the other part? Emotional,
yeah.
Emotional. Paul Maurice. This is a good team. I'm a good coach, but sometimes you can only push so far. Sometimes a team needs a new voice. They haven't quit on me, but need a different voice. It's the right time for it, and I know that. Wow.
Yeah, that's there.
Have you ever heard of a coach say that?
No.
Hey, this team needs a new voice.
So
they're not
I'll
listening to me anymore, but they haven't quit on me. Today I realized, you know what? I just think it's time for a new voice.